All right, it's time to be a man. Time to be a man. Listen, I learned a valuable lesson. I learned a valuable lesson today. One of the valuable lesson is, as a man, we do some stupid shit. You double down on trying to make it better by being yourself. Just be more of yourself. Just double down. Because people don't like it when you try to turn into a different person when you fuck up. Just be yourself and just apologize and then find a way to atone for it. And that's a secret that all men should learn. Too often, men do some really dumb shit. And then we try to fucking like hide, or we don't want to release our ego or put our ego down to go apologize and atone for the fuck up. See, I'm of the opposite creed. If I do something fucking retarded, I double down, do something even more retarded by apologizing and atoning in a retarded way. That way they just say, like, you know what, this nigga's retarded, and we accept the retardation because at least he's trying. And you know what? And that's a better fucking solution than just trying to fucking be a hard ass and be like, well, I'm not gonna apologize. Like, you know, no, nigga, nobody likes that guy. Nobody likes that guy. I'm telling you right now, nobody likes the guy that fucking won't give an apology and won't atone. And it's very important that you atone for shit. Because apology is not enough. It's just words. You got to show some kind of action behind your fucking words. If you don't show any actions behind the words, then the fucking apology is basically as good as fucking toilet paper and water. It's just wet bullshit. I like that, wet bullshit. But yeah, that's the point, man. So I learned a valuable lesson. Very valuable lesson. We do some horrific, dumb shit. Hey, if people fucking give you a pass because they fucking like you, and it also tells me another thing. If you put in effort to be a good person, a lot of times people will forgive you. They won't fucking bring the wrath of hell upon you because you bought some equity. And equity is very important as a man. If you don't have equity within things, then when it goes south or it goes bad or you do some real retarded shit, people are like, fuck this guy. No, get you out of there. And that's a very important thing because you can fuck up. People are always going to fuck up. That's just a part of nature, part of life, part of being a man because we're basically just apes running around with thumbs and the ability to walk bipedally with clothes on. So people are a lot accepting because we're animals. We make stupid ass mistakes, and making stupid ass mistakes is all part of the game. But you can't be afraid to make stupid mistakes. As long as you make mistakes in the best way that you can try to be like in a helpful manner. See, a lot of my fucking mistakes are usually well intentioned. And that's why they say like the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Because a lot of times the good shit you try to do ends up being fucking retarded because you don't have all the full information available. And because you don't have all the full information available, you don't make it a bad like read on the situation. And that's what I do constantly. I constantly make terrible reads on situations. Oh my God. We're like, it's almost inevitable. So one of the things about socialization and feedback is that it will keep you from making over dumb mistakes. And one of the big problems that we have in today's society is that most people live in the internet. See, when you live in the internet, you get a fucking warped perception of like reality. And I'm starting to find this out now because one of the things that I really fuck up with is like talking into a microphone or talking into a camera and there's nobody around, just basically talking and rambling. One of the things you begin to understand is like you begin to talk to yourself. Like if niggas really could have a full-time cameraman, you would hear me having full conversation with myself, just like playing other people's voices. And it might sound crazy to other people, but I look at it as like practice because I take this YouTube shit very seriously. As you can see, I identify as American. And as an American, we take bullshit very seriously. Very, very seriously. So one of the things I need to start to work on is being around other people, getting feedback so I can understand how far I'm going with some shit. Because a lot of times I really don't know how far I'm going. Because once again, I'm a scientist. And scientists, our job is to probe and test shit and then figure out the feedback and what got back. And a lot of times it's going to burn your ass. It's going to burn you. But with that burn, you learn valuable lessons. And those valuable lessons are invaluable when it carries on further in your life because the more you learn, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more wise you become. The more wise you become, the better choices you make. So get all your dumb, stupid shit out the way early in life. That way, as you get older and you have higher stakes at the game, you don't fuck up as badly or you can kind of mitigate most of the fuck ups. You can kind of see the fuck ups before they get there. And that's what I'm focusing on. That's what I'm worried about. Not worried about, but that's what I'm practicing on and part of as a man. It's like figuring out how bad did I wreck a situation? And a lot of times you don't wreck it as bad as you think it are because most people are not thinking about you as much as you think they're thinking about you. And this is one of the problems with not being outside in the real world. It's like you kind of realize other people have lives. And when other people have lives, they don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has these struggles and things like that. And so one of the things you got to learn how to do as a person is drop the ego. And a lot of your fuck ups are usually ego entwined where you think that you're too important compared to most people. And you got to just realize, be down to earth. And I one of the things, and I kind of realized this is one of the downfalls of being a business owner. If you're doing it successfully and you kind of rocking and doing well. One of the things I've discovered about myself is I have too much money and too much free time. Now, I shouldn't say I have too much money. I have too much free time. So I cracked the code in my reality where like I only have to work maybe 2 or 3 hours a day, and most of the time it's just driving. I go put a TV up, and I made like my whole day's salary within like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So then you crack that part out. So now you got 20 hours to basically do whatever the fuck you do. So I make YouTube videos, I make like 2 or 3 videos. That chops off an hour. Then I go study, I read, play piano, I work out, and all that. That might chop off 4 or 5. I'm still left with a whole 10 hours before I go to sleep. And then sometimes I don't even sleep, nigga. So I got a whole 10 hours. And that 10 hours, that'd be just kind of like finagling and moving around the city, not really doing much. That's when I get into trouble. And now I understand why niggas like Mike Tyson were losing their fucking mind. Because you got to imagine, he works like 2 or 3 times out the year. So he might have a 6-8 week training camp. So you got to think about 3 times a year, 6 to 8 week training camp. Times that's 18. Will just be easy 20. So you got 20 weeks. 20 weeks divided by 4. That's 5 months. So 5 months out the year, he's actually like doing shit. The rest of the time, what's he doing for the other 7 months? Yeah, he's doing Mike Tyson shit, going around beating people up, fucking fighting people in the streets and biting ears, fucking with tigers, because that's what happens. You can't give young people too much free time and a bunch of money. It is not meant to be. You got to be able to work every day. And that's one of the hard things you're going to come across when you start to become an entrepreneur and you actually be reasonably successful, is that you'll have too much free time. And you're either going to go into the generate dumb shit, or you're going to do some self-sabotaging dumb shit, unless you got people around you to kind of keep you in check. And one thing I'm going to kind of realize too, especially when this YouTube money starts kicking in, is like, nigga, I got to need some handlers. I might have to pay somebody just to hang around me, make sure I don't do no dumb shit. Like, this is real talk, man. Because, like, in the words of the Boston Bean Man, you see a bad situation, make it worse. Be a man.